welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing Transformers Age of the Primes,
Armada Universe, Voyager class, Red Alert.
Autobot Red Alert,
Yeah,
as his name is on there.
it is. So, for those of you who are big Transformers fans, you know that Red Alert was as arena. Our packaging is a little bit bumpy, but we don't keep the packaging of these sort of characters anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Yeah, he is of the Armada universe, which is Nathan's first foray into Transformers was via Armada. And we have pretty much every single character that was been re-released in the legacy line that was in Armada. So when Red Alert came up, it was, of course, a no-brainer. He is 22 steps and turns into like a ambulance-y jeepy thing. I don't know much. You don't remember much of Armada anymore because you've not rewatched it, have you?
Nope.
You've not rewatched it, and I've never really watched it.
Well, one of the things is, like, he's mainly blue, then he just transforms into a mainly white car.
Yeah. Okay. So not much we can really say about this one. In terms of packaging, nice artwork again. I really do like the artwork in all these packaging.
Wait, why does that look like the Ecto one?
It does look a bit like.
Kinda.
Yeah, if it was a bit longer, it would have very Ecto One-y vibes, wouldn't it? Okay.
Stuff on top as well.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because the Ecto One has loads of gadgets and gizmos on top of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or at least on the artwork, not on the actual.
Yeah, when you look at the actual figure, yeah, it's got kind of Ecto One-y vibes on there. Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, right. Enough talk. Let's get him open. And here is Armada Red Alert out of his packaging. Nathan, first impressions.
So I'd say he's like pretty blue and white and grey. And he's just a mixture of unexpected colours.
He's quite bright. I think he stands out. He's got a very unique look. I like his cannon. Shoulder cannon. That can also be just taken off there and just be a regular gun, which is quite neat. You don't really see that very often. He's surprisingly quite chunky in a way. By the way, when you first get him out, you do need to lift up his shoulder, his doors here, because it really limits the articulation. When I first got him out, I thought he was really limited in articulation, only because I had not lifted up the doors. He has a bit of light piping here in his head, which we always like to see. I know people complain about kibble, but yeah, he looks fine to me. Overall, a pretty solid looking figure. I think he's got quite a good look. I like his visor look with he's almost kind of like a RoboCop sort of look to him. So let's move on to size comparisons. So here we have him with Powerlink's Hotshot and Armada Optimus Prime. The team is complete. We have all the Autobots from, the main 3 Autobots from Armada. I don't know if there's any others from Armada. Nathan, you've not watched it in a while, so you probably can't remember either, could you? No. Nathan isn't the biggest Transformer fan in terms of other media. He loves the figures, but anything else, not a massive fan of. That's why, again, we have some plans for something else later on. Anyway, I'll turn on to that later on. So here we obviously... Oh, sugar. Powerlink's Hotshot is a deluxe. Voyager and, of course, Commander, although this isn't really the Commander part of him. I think he scales pretty well, and he looks pretty good. Not much else you can really say. I think he's a decent-sized Voyager. Again, you feel the denseness in his plastic. He has got a bit of weight to him as well. And, yeah, he is... Again, I think he looks just like he's out of the cartoon from what I've seen. And yeah, I don't know a lot about Hotshot, but about Red Alert, sorry, other than, he was in Armada, and I remember playing this character in the Armada video game. So again, let's move on to Articulation. Yeah, so Nathan was playing around with some Transformers there whilst I'm doing all the work. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Dad, why are you playing around with Transformers? I'm literally doing everything. I'm literally doing everything.
Okay, you can go through the articulation then. Right, okay, so ball joint but quite stiff. I don't think he doesn't really look up and down much. Very, very stiff, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. He looks up pretty well. Again, his arms can come out. However, when you first get him, I think these are tabbed in, so he can't really move his arms very well. So you remember to move them. Oh, he has a swivel just above the elbow, as well as an elbow and wrist. Well, he has an elbow bend, and he can turn his wrist. Can turn his waist. Can obviously move back and forth. He's got his again, that's the dog. Apologise. We apologise in advance. Can kick forward. Can kick kind of back at a bit of an angle because the kibble gets in the way, but can go backwards. We do have thigh swivel as well, but not much of an elbow. Knee joint. The knee joint is really far down, so you'd think it would be. Oh, actually, no, sorry. He has a double. Oh, wow. Okay. I completely forgot about that. So he can bend his knee here and further down just above the ankle. So he's got two knee joints, Nathan. How about that? As well as a rocker on his ankle. So, yeah, other than, pretty standard articulation, apart from the second knee joint, which is actually used for transformation, which we are now going to get onto. So for the first part of transformation, I'm actually going to take this out of the gun, if I can grab hold of it. I've not got a very good grip. And take this out of his hand and take that out. My God, I've got no grip whatsoever today. We can then place these. We have these like slots here, which these go into. I might be on the wrong side. Yeah. They are quite set for the right ones, so you know which one goes in where. Have I done it upside down? There we go. So that's clicks into there. This is really good in terms of storage because these guys could be possibly really easily lost. So let me just get that one in. Just really fiddly. Really fiddly. Really. See if I do it the other way. No, I think I've put them in the wrong one. I think I have put them in the wrong one. Oh, so I just need to get it more flat. They're not the easiest thing. I'm sure this was easier than when I first did it. I think I might have put the wrong one. Oh, I've done it upside down. No, I think I've put that first one in the wrong one. 2 seconds, guys. Yep, I put him in the wrong one. So so the best way to remember it is the blaster that goes in his left hand does indeed goes in his left leg, and the blaster on the back goes here on the front. You can also put this on now, so it makes it a little bit easier later on when we come for transformation. I say that, and then you can't do it. Right. There we go. It clicked in there. So first off, we open up his chest here. Put his head. Oh, no, sorry. We then flick. There's like a little thing here. We just try and flick that out. Put that down, and there we go. We can then move this up here. We can then... I'm just trying to remember if it is it. Yeah, so you see this tab here. Nope, that's the wrong part. We can then fold his arms in. I can't remember if they actually fold up. 1 sec. I think they go in just like this. Yeah, I think they fold up. You fold them up. So compress them down a bit. There we go. Because I think, yeah, he has a double elbow joint. Missed that on the articulation, apologies. And just sort of click that in there. That then fold down smoothly like that. The legs are pretty smooth from what I can remember. So fold in his, for some reason they're already folded in. You fold in his heels. I didn't fold them in, but never mind. Then this is where the double elbow, or the double knee joint, again, double elbow, double knee joint comes in handy. Because we're gonna go flat. Gonna compress. So sort of like this. So we fold it. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this on camera actually. So as you can see there, folds in once. Really, really simple transformation. And then it's all just a case of, I might have mistransformed him a little bit here. 2 secs, guys. Yeah, there was a mistransformation. Once you've compressed his, let me just redo this part now quickly. Where have I done wrong now? Yeah, so once you fold in his arms, you also sort of want to twist it. Sorry, let me just show that again. So his arms will sort of be like this. So you want to compress them, but then also lift it up then. So it's sort of like this, because then it's going to compress into there and they tab in together. There we go. Should have double checked the instructions. And then it's really a simple case of just tabbing in, see here and here into this, which it will do. And you can also, there's also a tab on here to go into here. And there we have Armada Red Alert. And he is glorious. He rolls perfectly. What we found with the primes, in terms of the actual primes in Age of the Primes, is that they tend to be, maybe because of the design of the vehicle mode, things tend to pop out and it doesn't seem, and you have to really maneuver it. This guy is, he's glorious. There's no fiddling with things. He just clicks in and he stays tabbed in, and he's basically, yeah, look at that. Nathan, what do you think of his vehicle mode?
I'd say he rolls pretty well. He can even hear very well. It looks pretty good. I mean, when he's in bot mode, he's quite blue and vibrant. Then once you transform, you suddenly all that just disappears into white and red, like actual.
Like he's an off-road vehicle, emergency vehicle, isn't it? Yeah. As Nathan said on the he has got sort of Ghostbuster Ecto 1 vibes on the box art, but even now you can sort of see it. You know, all the gizmos and gadgets on top. He is a really chunky figure as well. He feels. Sometimes you get a figure when they're transformed and they feel a bit light, maybe because they're the way they've transformed. This guy, he just feels compact, and again, he rolls great. I really, really think this is a quality transformation. He's not hard. He's not complex, not fiddly. He's chef's kiss in terms of. I think he's probably one of my favorite. Like when comparing him, we'll go into vehicle modes in a minute. Like comparing him to this guy. This guy's really fiddly. He's got loads of flaps and stuff that fall off. I'd probably say he's more arcing to Armada Prime in terms of like once he's transformed. But even with our Armada Prime, you still have to fiddle with him around a little bit just to make sure he's completely aligned and stuff like that. This guy, yeah, he is amazing. So let's move on to vehicle size comparisons. So here we have Armada Prime, Hotlinks, Powerlinks Hotshot, and of course Red Alert in terms of size comparisons. The whole team together. I know Hotshot should really be yellow, but this is the Powerlinks version. Yeah, here they are together. Nathan, what do you think in terms of size comparison?
I'd say they scale pretty well. Obviously, Prime's going to be bigger and kind of longer as well because of this version.
Yeah, and that's without his trailer.
And then I'd say Powerlinks Hotshot's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's not much. There's actually no difference in terms of length. Bearing in mind that Hotshot is a deluxe, but obviously in terms of bulk, that's where Red Alert makes up for him. And you know what? To be fair, he's a pretty decent, easy transformation. And again, I think he looks. Yeah, he suits the aesthetic well. That is a dog we're looking after at the moment. Her name is Cookie. She's probably heard someone near the door. In fact, yeah, the front door has just gone. So that's why she is barking. But yeah, I think he looks pretty well. Overall, this is a really, really solid figure. I really like him. Easy transformation. Looks good in robot mode. Looks good in alt mode. Nathan, what do you think of him?
Yeah, I'd say I really like him.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. He just really likes him. Right, thank you again for everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Please let me know what you think of these guys and what you think of Red Alert. Hopefully, we should be back soon. We have Micronus on pre-order. We have Vortex on pre-order. We've got the Constructicon, so we should have some more Studio Series soon. We also have Triptychon, which I've been floating around the idea with Nathan, and I don't know what you guys think about this, of maybe doing with some of our figures, especially some of the older ones where they're not exactly new, a live stream review. Maybe even doing a couple of figures in a live stream where we can talk all bit Transformers. We're also talking about maybe, again, we can't promise on this, doing reactions. So maybe reacting to my favorite G1 episodes. Nathan doesn't really watch G1. Again, for those of you that on the channel, you know that he really got into it by having Armada, watching Armada. That's what really grabbed him into Transformers. So maybe like he could rewatch them and pick his favorite episodes. I could then watch them along with him, and we can react to that. He can react to my favorite episodes. We do have some Transformer games. We have the Cyberverse game, the Battlegrounds, I think it is. So maybe he could do a playthrough of that live. Let us know what you think in the comments below, what we'd like to see. And we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.